And I was right. You can't polish a turd. It's coming along. It's like all art pieces. It doesn't come together till the last moment. It's awful, a disaster, and then it just falls together, and then you must stop. Future artists. Now, speaking of that video I did about nurses, future nurses, and their tool belts, I decided I've got to go off site today. I've been commissioned informally. Okay, I'm imposing myself on the next door neighbours to put up some peacocks on their mineralised shower doors. So just for this job I've got a bespoke combination of items on my tool belt. All my GoPro stuff here and here. Water bottle, because it's all water based, nothing solventy, nothing serious. I've got my black gaffer tape. Woo! And I have got one of Ambrose's last, if not last, KFC wipes to clean my hands. We need to get them out of sight, out of mind. I've got a level and a tape measure, my phone-a-rooney, a scrubber, a scourer to keep the windows or give them a bit of a clean, and Auntie Essie's 100-plus-year-old fabric scissors with a protective sheath. That's going to really annoy Mum. And a billy for some billy tea. I have to go and find a carabiner if I'm going to attach that. That's easily done. And piece de resistance. What does every tradie need? Some high vis. What do you reckon, Mutt? Mutty! Now I'm going on a job site. You stay here and guard the house, Munty. Yes, yes, you're in charge. Oh, he's in charge. But come inside or you're going to get sunburnt. So the last thing I need is the cat haters. Yesterday was bad enough. To go to the budget food places where you get hampers for a good price, because we're all about saving money. Oh, try not to run over the Joey's kids. Ah, here's another batch. I'll protect their identities when they walk past. Ready? There you go. No complaints coming my way. Now, I've just had a visit from a mate, which is definitely something that does not happen because I'm always at work. And it was lovely jubbly. But it did get me to thinking about conflict resolution just because of some of the content of the chatteroo, and I'm just thinking out loud, but you know how we talk about the evils of technology and devices, and people are generally going to be pretty not used to having conversations recorded. Hey, and hear me out and tell me whether you think this could go over. But what if the next time you get a rogue wave phone call from somebody you know it's going to be trouble, if you do it in a friendly way, you say, hey, if you're on a landline, get the mobile, record our conversation, send me a screenshot of just the minutes and the seconds. You can be in charge of all the content. I trust you, and we're both covered. Has anyone ever thought about doing that? It's a very different sort of a thing to do, especially in Australia where we're not used to being recorded or recording each other. But I reckon, I would lift my game. I always tell the truth, but it might just help me to sort of stay on track a bit, not go down tangents and feel defensive. We would all sort of feel a bit more trusted in the process. And when we feel like we're safe, brings out the best in us. All right, you know what else brings out the best in me? Saving money. Let's go and see what's at Food Assist today in their hamper. All right, here we are. Look at this. And they've just told me about a new bulk store next door. Not that I need anything in bulk. This is the best deal in the world. Matey, I'm so impressed with that haul. It was brilliant. Covered all the food groups, only a little bit of rubbish. Well, not even. Very, very, very healthy. And look here, we've got a bulk buy store from Food Assist. This is brand new, never heard of it. I'm going to go in and have a look. In fact, I'm not going to have a look at the bulk store because they were just closing. Short-staffed, volunteers, but the lady in here that sold me the hamper was an old nurse, so we understood each other straight away. From an orca to a penguin. You'll have to watch a previous video to know what on earth I'm on about. So I was thinking of swinging around to Loaves and Fishes to see if they're open. They definitely are a bit too bulk for us, for one mum and one kid, because who needs about 8 lots of 2 litres of milk? Not us. But it was funny because they had bread, 4 loaves of bread, sourdough, which Ambrose loves, but he's at school camp. And the one positive thing he had to report about the food from the first and only school camp he went on last year was all the white bread. So I had a little smile on my face thinking about Ambrose loving his bread on camp, as opposed to the little pedals who are used to having food from their culture with lots of spice in it. They were not impressed with the bland offerings. I really do need to get a proper car mount for the GoPro because I have to go around the corners so slow lest it come flying. But I was very organised today. I had boxes, baskets, bags and everything to put all the food in. That's what I mean. When you're on holidays, you slow everything down. You've just got that extra bit of mental room, clarity, time to be on top of it. Righty. The Food Recovery Warehouse. Oh, it was a furniture store the last time I came here, but we'll go and check it out. Loaves and Fishes. It's all very biblical, isn't it? We just drove past the other Catholic high school, where we won't be going if I get fired. Used to have a reputation, but you can't listen to anything like that. Gossip and conjecture. It's just on the wrong side of town. Loaves and Fishes. Let's see. Oh my God. That, again, was sheer entertainment value, a bit like Hannah's. Far out. Loaves and Fishes. I didn't get the hamper because it's too much food for us. So I just sort of went around and got a few rando things. You would not say that it was value for money when you shop that way. But they had different things, stuff you don't get. Like, it was the most random assortment of things. I even got a white, like full body painting coat. I swear to God. $5. Everything that I get that I love costs $5. There should be a $5 shop. Maybe I can open it. But that was the most random assortment of things. No offence, but I reckon whoever organises it has a personality that meets right at the confluence of ADHD and OCD. It was wild. But I had a great time. New and different things. Hard up for entertainment. Okay, well, let's go home and shove all that stuff in the cupboards, because it was an hour well worth spent. Maybe not for you poor people, but I'm having a good time. And while I'm being totally eccentric and bonkers, I got some white pepper. Now, I've had an experience in my life on 2 occasions where I, honest to God, feel that someone I used to know who's not with us anymore had come to visit me from the hereafter, and the whole experience was a white pepper sensory experience. I don't know, taste, smell. Now, I am not from white pepper family or anything of the sort. I don't even know that this person was either. But I kid you not, that's what I was experiencing. And this is not something that happens across the board, very rare. So I kind of, I reached for it and thought, is that tempting fate? Is that some sort of voodoo? But I did buy it, but I think I have to think about whether I'm going to use it or just keep it as a bit of a reminder of something. I don't know. But that is legitimately, without a word of a lie, to the best of my understanding or lack of understanding about anything after we leave this mortal coil, but it means something. It definitely means something. Something kind of cool, I reckon. It's the most divine day. The weather, you could not get a better day for weather, and presumably that also means that the weather down at the sunny coast is perfect too for my boy and his buddies having a swim. I bet the water's still cold. He wanted to take his big wetsuit, but I ended up putting it away. But they did send a photo of the boys in wetsuits, which makes sense, doesn't it? That a dedicated school camp place at the beach would have a selection of wetsuits, a bit like when we went to Airlie, which was a good experience for me because I was no longer in a size that was going to be awkward to fit. Slipped right on, and those non-scale victories are very satisfying. As was Airlie Beach. How cool is it? We did go snorkeling on the Great Barrier Reef, and it was wonderful, but I actually think it was probably a little bit scary and maybe a little bit advanced for Ambrose at that age and stage, and he was a bit panicky, and he sort of was not relaxing at all because he kept sort of swimming away from me, and we were at loggerheads a lot of the time. Loggerhead turtles. We weren't gnarly, dude, riding the East Australian Current or whatever it is from Nemo. We were just stress heads, out of our element, fishes out of water. Speaking of loaves and fishes, this is probably my favourite street in Toowoomba, Harry's Street. Not that it's aesthetically pleasing, but just functionally, it's where we've ended up doing most of our traversing. To the school, to the kindy, historically the Bordello. Not anymore. Got a few Asian food stores, which we love going to from time to time. Not that we know what we're doing at all when we go in there. And the old Domino's Ambrose will only eat one type of pizza, pepperoni. And it has to be pretty much Domino's pepperoni. Otherwise I'm stuck having to eat it, and that is not a good idea on a lot of levels. And very soon they're putting an Aldi in over here, and I'm excited about that. Because it's on my way between work and the school. Well, I have successfully gotten through most of the day without actually, I stirred the paint, I mixed the 3 colours from 3 different tins of it into the one, stirred it all together, dusted and cleaned the walls and put some drop sheets down, just did all the prep work. I don't really feel, unless I get another burst of energy, that I'm going to get to the painting today, because I haven't got a good cutting in tool. And my hands are shaky as buggery these days. Neurodegeneration or something. Well, that's the whole point of being on a free style of holiday. If I don't want to do it, I'm not gonna. Who's gonna make me? Nobody. Tricky time to be turning right. At this intersection. Do not queue across. Yeah, I'll just keep going. Oh, and here we are, going past the school. Just to twist the knife a little bit. Because my boy is not with me. Yeah, I'm a bit out of sorts, but probably not as bad as I was the first time. That was an awful separation for my little heart. This one's going to be okay, because I know he's okay. And that's my job. I'm not an empty nester. I'm a bird launcher. Incrementally, anyway. Still got a few years with him. Yeah, so I'm very excited to show you my new painting outfit that I got for $5 from Loaves and Fishes to go with my Bespoke tool belt. It's weird. I'm feeling very traditional. I just want Heinz spaghetti, tinned spaghetti with cheese on white bread. And I've got a new loaf in the fridge, multigrain, and 4 loaves of sourdough. What am I going to do with all that? I'm going to have to do a delivery across the road, because there is no room in my freezer for sourdough. I had a mate visit me today with all sorts of exciting tales of conflict, which was why I was thinking about that tech strategy for conflict with the recording of the conversation. But usually I empty out my frozen section of food that I've overcooked and I give it to her to feed her mom. But just in case she's being polite and it's awful, I resisted. offering it to her, and now I regret it because I've got loaves of sourdough I wish to put in my freezer instead of all that stuff that I'm sick of eating multiple batches of. But I don't want to buy an extra freezer because that would be very bad. I would only fill it up and not want to eat anything in it as well. Here we are. Home. Sweet home minus a sweet little boy. Okay, so I did give a bit of stuff to Mum. But this is roughly what I ended up with, my haul, if anyone's interested. Got the flour, we got the crumbs, school sort of things that Ambrose can take for lunches, peaches, sprouts, sauces, noodles, wraps, pasta, honey, chocky bickies and a couple of lollies for Ambrose, soy milk, again more sort of school lunch things, Easter cupcake mix, another lolly, some crepe paper, various mandarins and apples and tomatoes, and some silver beet and some capsicum and potatoes, again lots of tomatoes, which is wonderful, eggs, which is great, I really needed eggs, and some milk, orange and cream, high calcium milk, I really needed that. We'll give this a go. Green tea with honey, Ambrose loves that sort of stuff. And frozen, we got a whole big thing of chicken, boneless whole chicken, chicken Kievs, a Black Forest ice cream just for sentiment because it reminded me of things I used to like, salami, satay chicken hot pot, look at that, a massive amount of that, which would be delish, and heaps of sourdough, so most of that's gone over the road. How good's that? And we'll say that's probably $50, to be honest. And the piece de resistance, look at that, $5. A painting suit. Praise Jeebus, he knew what I was looking for, knew what I needed. Oh, wowzers, what a successful day we've had. Hey, Munt. Checking out day 3, or whenever I feel like posting, because who's going to make me? Nobody.